Hello friends, welcome back to our channel High Point, and in this video we are going to see the production, organization and consumption of space. We were looking at various concepts related to space. We have seen social construction of space and spatial construction of social, and how space is important, how space and power are related. That's what we have seen in the previous video. If you have missed that, you can see that in the I button, and also the whole lecture series of cultural studies is also available in the I button. See that. And moving on about the production, organization of space. Let's have a this is going to be a very short video. I'm not going to describe elaborately about space and various things related to space, because we have done already that in the previous videos. You can check on that if you have missed any. Space is not empty or a physical object. It has the following dimensions. So generally, what is space? Space is a concept. It's an abstract idea. When a space, an idea related to a geographical area is occupied by people according to that space, then that is a place. So see, take any building, a room in your home. I'm sitting in my bedroom. It is a space, right? And I'm occupied in it. And this particular area got some ideas related to bedroom should be like this, and for what purposes we are using this bed. Okay, there are some concepts and ideas related to this space, and this related to this place, that makes this place a space. Okay, so when we exercise those purposes in this space, then that becomes a place, because it is occupied by people for various purposes, used by people for various purposes. So space is not empty or a physical object. It has following dimensions. A space has a physical dimension, a symbolic dimension, metaphoric dimension, sentimental dimension, political dimension. I have seen that for many people, bathrooms are sentimentally related. Like many people, they don't want to share your bathroom or your convenient area for everybody. Even your best friends, you won't share that. Okay, so space has some specific physical dimensions, symbolic dimensions, metaphoric dimensions, sentimental dimensions and political dimensions. Okay, in a park, we are using a park in order to socialize, for children to play. Some physical activities are going on, right? It also has some symbolic values related to health and some sentimental values as well. Political values are also there. For every other space, we can see these dimensions. Space is also a discourse because it represents something. Every other space represents something. It is a practice because space is used for various purposes. Space has some usages. It is an imaginary place too, because it is abstract in nature. See, in a bedroom, we usually don't cook. Why? Have anybody restricted you to cook in a bedroom? But we have an imaginary concepts related to bedroom, that usually we used to sleep or do some other works there. Generally, we don't cook there, right? So space is an imaginary place as well. When we visit a city, we come to see the city through the representations. So when we visit Delhi, or when we visit maybe Cochin, how this city is represented, what are the representations of this city, or what are the discourses associated to the city. Generally, we are seeing that when we visit city as a tourist, we came to see the city through this representation. Okay, so when we go to a place, when we say that I have visited Bombay, doesn't mean that I know the essence of Bombay. Doesn't mean that I have seen the entire city, every other lane, every other street, every other food that I consumed. No, but we have seen the city through the representations. We must have visited some streets. We must have visited some shopping malls. We must have visited some historical monuments and constructions. So it's like symbolically how this city is propagated and how the city is represented. We are visiting that city in order to see that city through that representations. There is a discourse of space, urban, suburban or rural or country. All these places people are living only, but there are spaces are differentiated between urban, suburban, or rural country. In order to read space, we need to focus on these aspects: discourse, practice, imagination. So if you wanted to read or understand, or if you wanted to know more about space, or read or criticize, analyze a text, analyze a space, what you need to focus, you at least focus on these three aspects: discourse, practice, and imagination. Now, housing expansion in city and housing boom in a city. You can see that comparing to a country and a city, whose which land will be more valuable? Both are lands only, places on earth. But what happens? In the city, it is more expensive. It's kind of an asset. If you have some land in a city space, if it is so important place, then it arises the value. Then if you have some space, some place, some land in the countryside, then that is not that an asset, right? So according to this, the job opportunities are more there in city, and there are spaces of domesticity and spaces of consumption. In a city, you can see where people generally live together. They will have flats, they will have big buildings of flats. Spaces of domesticity is there, and also spaces of consumption. Malls will be there. About mall, we have done an individual video. Government schemes and projects are given shape to particular economic ideas and culture and development in the city. So government schemes will be there. The concept wise, first of all, these schemes should be developed. Okay, it's not that government will release some money to some projects, in a all of a sudden. It won't happen like that. First of all, you need to formulate some ideas, then that ideas will be given concrete assumptions, and culturally, and as part of the development of the cities should be analyzed, and the feasibility of the schemes will be analyzed, and conceptually it should be developed. After that, government schemes will be developed and money will be released, and then projects will happen accordingly. Development engages the local and the global and international. Okay, so development as in city happens, it engages the local with the global and the international. Local housing, urban, technological, even educational developments are linked to global requirements and innovations. So local housing, even we don't our construction of house or construction of the urban area, the technological installations that we are doing, even educational developments that we are doing inside our country, inside our place, they are linked to the global requirements and innovations. We always think that, we always want that our requirements should be globally. The way in which we are constructing a space, the technological things that we are doing in a space actually should be linked or should be reflect the global requirements and the innovations as well. Okay, so the globalization and the changed assumptions actually paved this way. So in this way, the organization and construction of space happens, usage of space happens. That's all about this video. This was a short video because this became so short because we have already done many concepts related to space in the previous videos. Don't forget to watch that videos prior to watching this video, because otherwise you'll feel that this video is full of emptiness. Nothing is there in this video. So that's all about it. Meet you in the next video session. Until then, stay tuned to High Point and be happy and strive for your next NTA, which is in JRF English Language and Literature exam. Don't forget to visit my website and follow me on Instagram and use this number to reach out to me.